Hello. Hi. How are you guys doing today? Let's see. Hello. Small Fungi, Slay Queen, Boy 7, Ramses, Jonan Son, hello. How is everyone doing today? I feel very American today. Oh yeah, I forgot. I forgot it was July 4th. I was fortunate enough to actually have the day off today. I thought for sure my job was gonna tell me to come into work, but no, they scheduled me to have this day off. I'm like, okay, well that works. Also, what the heck is this thing in chat? I'm getting this thing here that says, top fans. Is that showing up on the stream? That's some new feature I'm not aware of? Hold on. Yeah, what the heck is that? What the hell did YouTube do with the chat? What's this? This looks like some Twitch stuff. Huh. Not sure what the heck that's all about. Yeah, it says Top Fan 1 and Top Fan 2 and stuff. Only for some streams for me. Yeah, it's showing up for me. I have no idea what this is. Also, someone... I don't know who that is in chat whose name is in Japanese, but hello. Boy7 says, I saw that on some streams. It's like a leaderboard or something. Yeah, it looks like YouTube is trying to copy some features from Twitch. And right off the bat, my cat wants to go out. Go on, buddy. Go on, buddy. Go on. Okay, so, I'm just gonna get started. I don't plan on having this to be a super long stream. But, so, the main focus is just... What? Hold on. Oh, yeah, now he's back inside. Oh my gosh. Baby. Hang on. Yeah, there's even, like, experience points for this. I don't know what the heck this is all about, but that's not the focus here. Let me... adjust the music just a little bit. There we go. Okay. Alright, so today I'm gonna be focusing on drawing Kris. I tried to like do a little bit of practice before. What I did was I found a picture done by some official artwork by Temi, like this, and then I used that to practice. So I just drew a really generic pose here just to get an idea of what the heck Kris's proportions look like, right? It's really hard for me to distinguish what the proportions of a character are based just on the pixel art. So I'm gonna hopefully be able to draw a decent pose for this character, because I usually do that ahead of time. Whoops. Alright, let's see. It's, I mean, it's not a great drawing because I literally just use, like, Temi's artwork as a, like, just kind of use that as a reference. I wanted to draw them in a JoJo pose. Actually, hold on a second. That may not be a bad idea. Let me, hang on a second. Hang on. JoJo pose. Oh boy, there's some, interesting poses here. Some of these are pretty wild. Yeah, there's a lot to choose from. I feel like I might waste time just trying to figure it out. JoJo was inspired by a lot of fashion, so it's all very zesty. Yeah, that's the thing, it's zesty, and I always thought of Kris as not being like that kind of a character. I mean, they're definitely almost unpredictable if you don't account the player's input. You know what, I'm just gonna get started. I'm just gonna mindlessly kind of sketch something and see what comes out of it. You guys are about to see why I usually try and do this. I try and come up with a sketch before I start a stream. Excuse me. The thing is like when it comes to a lot of when it comes to like human characters, is that I have trouble with proportions sometimes. Let's see. Kris is the kind of character who just doing the wackiest stuff with no emotion at all. I mean, yeah, pretty much. All right. You guys are about to see what it's like for me to just start sketching without any real plan, so... I always have like this habit of drawing characters from like a weird like angle. I don't know if I don't know. Let's see. I want to take that. Yeah, let's take that gray off. I can see a little bit better. Maybe I should not try to aim for something too crazy. Again, we don't see Kris do anything honestly, the only time I've ever seen Kris do something really crazy is when when they're with Susie in the game. If you know, you know. Wait, no, I can't say that. There's a whole moss bit. Yeah. Seymour, you just came inside again. You're gonna stay put, okay? You're gonna stay right there and let me focus on this for a little bit. The fuck? Had a pop up on my screen. Hold on. Get out of here. There. Okay. You could do something simple like this. Because I do want to draw them with their sword. I was gonna draw them with the sword and the shield, but I was watching some footage, and it turns out whenever they use their shield in combat in game, the sword just turns into the shield. I didn't notice that before. Nope, my cat is bugging me again. Okay, let's see if he'll actually go out. Go on. Let me mute my mic for a second. My cat doesn't know what he wants right now. Right. I did this. Flip. Let's... Remus. Remus says, I've only drawn a single thing in my entire life. 10 frames from Asgore running over... Perspective is kicking my ass. Like, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean I need to translate 3D depth into 2D plane? Yeah. Because here's the thing, when you're drawing, especially for 2D stuff, you're essentially creating a... You have to understand how to make something look 3D on a 2D plane. Boy7 says, Kestar, do you think that Papyrus is going to be in Deltarune? Or is it going to be some joke like Sans going, this is my little brother comic, and it's just a smaller Sans? At this point, it would not surprise me if that's what happens. Like, let's be real, Toby Fox knows people are expecting to see Papyrus, and the actual punchline of that joke is going to probably be revealed in the final chapter, and it's not going to be something we expect. I think we need to prepare ourselves for that. It's not going to be what we expect. If he isn't in the game, I will fly to Japan and fight him. I mean, Toby is pretty much knows how the game is gonna end, so... If he actually never planned on having Papyrus in the game, then what are you supposed to do, right? They flip. Holding the sword. I want them to be doing something with the other hand. What did, what's that? What did this look like? Okay. Oh, wait a minute. I do this, something like this. I have to try really hard not to make a similar pose to like any reference art I make. It's almost like my brain just tries to copy that pose. And I hate doing that, because like, I don't want to just copy the pose, you know? Yes. You guys are gonna see what I'm gonna do with this chicken scratch in just a second, because... yeah. This is how my brain works when when I start a drawing. This is why I usually do it before I start streaming, because it's an absolute mess. It's like the equivalent of throwing spaghetti at a wall and see if it turns into some kind of an image. I've seen people do, well, also I think it's also because, like, if a person, let's say you're drawing a character over and over again, after a while you become very, confident on how that character will look in different types of poses. Like, you just understand what that character might look like at every angle, but if you're drawing multiple different characters, it could be kind of tricky. And again, in my case, I don't draw a lot of, like, human-shaped characters these days, so it's definitely been, like, a hurdle for me, so... Slay Queen says you're not a real Deltarune fan unless you don't know Kris's pronouns. It kind of drives me nuts that people still argue about that when it's clearly, like, it's in the game, you know? Then again, there's people out there that just like to cause trouble. I don't know, I have an idea for this, like, where this other hand wants to do, but I don't know if it would make any sense. Let me see if you guys think this is a good idea. Hang on. You guys can even understand what I'm doing here. I mean, I don't know if this would make any sense. Hand's already falling asleep. Shit. You guys, like, do you guys think this makes sense here if Kris was, like, holding the soul, or no? I've seen some fan art depicting this, but I'm like, does that really make any sense given, like, how that works in the game? Gripping it like a stress ball. Yeah, I've seen that, and that seems to make a lot of sense. They usually only rip it out when they're in the light world. Wait, have we ever seen them do that in the dark world? I don't think so. But holding it like a stress ball would make sense, I think, because yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. Because there's obviously, like some tension going on there. Like, we the player control Kris. It's like, that's a fact. So... right. Man, this feels so stiff. Oh. Cat's clawing at my chair. Hey, buddy. I can't hold you right now, little man. I'm sorry. Alright, let me do this. One, two... Like, they're like 3 heads high here, so... Okay. Seymour? My cat is, he's clawing at my chair. He's trying to get my attention. Oh, wait. That brush isn't gonna work. I can't. No, my cat's very, very needy. He doesn't like... He likes to have attention a lot because, long story short, I've had him since he was a kitten, and I used to, there was a time where I was a I freelanced just doing art stuff, so I didn't leave my apartment very often, but when I did, he hated it. He hated me to leave, and he got, like, really stressed out. So, to this day, he still, like, needs to have attention and be held and reassured. But when he was a kitten, it was bad. So... Oh my goodness. Give me a second, guys. Come here, buddy. Come here. Here. Gosh, you are so big. Oh, big boy. Big boy. Alright. See if I can just hold him long enough to... Yep, I have him on my lap right now and he's calmed down. Jeez. You're lucky I don't need both of my hands to hold you, buddy, but still, it's a little awkward. Gosh, I am not liking how this looks. I really am not. What? Why doesn't this look right? Boy7 asks, Castor, what is the guy your star character is always drawing on your avatar? Just a doodle. Like, it's just a doodle. Also, hi Cinnamon Roll, how you doing? I am so stuck on this already. Call him Scribbles. Yeah, let's go with that. That's the lore. It's Scribbles. I am so, like, stuck on this already. That's sad. Like, here's what I did to begin with. Here's the drawing that Temmie did. This is official artwork from Temmie, right? Then I went ahead and traced over it to try to get an idea of what the structure of the character looks like. It's, you know, it looks really good. But then if I try doing it by myself, it just looks clunky. So. Like, the proportions, like, the head's really, really round, the body is very slender, but then if I try to come up with something on my own, it just goes absolutely... ugh. It looks the same to me. I think what it is that, like, this is the trace I did from Temmie's art. And then this is mine that I did based off that, and it's a lot messier. Like, I might just be overthinking it. I'm really, really bad at doing that. But again, this is what happens when I am not very confident in the sketch phase, because the sketches are, I mean, a lot of people, you see like videos of people making these really beautiful sketches, but you need to understand that's because they've gotten, they've become more, what's the word I want to say? Confident in their sketching phase. But for me, the sketching phase is messy because that's where I try to think what the pose is going to look like. And sometimes I overthink it to the point where it just will not always look right. Okay. Stop thinking then. Yeah, no, boy7, you actually have a point. I try not to I gotta stop overthinking it. Why doesn't mine look like that? Yes, Fungi, actually you're right. That is something a lot of artists struggle with. You can't compare your art to another person's because then you just get really, really, you get stuck. So... I have them gripping the heart at that angle. You can't really see the heart. Maybe like this? Yeah, something like that. Okay. Make the heart expand like a squeezy toy. Yeah, that's my plan. Into the arm. Add more detail to that when I clean it up a little bit, but my hand is already going numb because the way I'm holding my cat and doing this. Alrighty. That layer, don't need that. I'm gonna bring up that image, Emmy's art, just as a reference next in. Dude, where did I save it? There it is. Have that on another window. Overlaid, I feel like it's a little too overwhelming for me. You guys can't see it because I have it set up to where it just captures this window. I've seen like people draw the armor on Kris like 2 different ways. Like, it's either a plate that just covers the front chest, or it's something that covers like the entire upper part of the torso. And I've seen it like both. I've seen official art of people drawing that like both. Yeah, that's English. And they have really big gloves that go down about here. There's... do. Okay, now okay, that looks good. I'm liking that. Okay. I really like the way that Hemi draws the characters. I don't know what it is. I think what it is, like, it's just, I don't know how to describe it. I guess it's just like, I don't know. I just really like it. The Kris is Krissing, right? It's Krissing now. In this artwork, Kris has 5 fingers, okay, so... Kind of hard to translate with 5 fingers. And I don't see why I couldn't just do like the cartoon 4-finger for this. That big of a deal. Back to that in a bit. There we go. All right. Go back and figure out how that hand works afterwards, but this is good. Welcome back, Boy 7. And, welcome back, Slay Queen. I'm gonna see if I can transfer my cat to the bed. Hang on. Okay. And transfer successful. Let's go. Alright. Yes, I'm happy with that. Hit save. Boom. Okay. So for comparison, we went from this to this. Come on, buddy. Get out of here. Boop, boop. Alright. Let me check and see where the music is right now. Oh yeah, we're good. Right? Add. Right. Yeah, that hand looks a little big, but guys did suggest that the heart should look like it's getting squeezed, so let's see if I can do that. I mean, it makes sense. I've seen a lot of like fan artists do that. When if Kris has the soul, they squeeze it like a stress ball. I mean, if I was in Kris's position, I'd do the same thing. That doesn't really translate well. Maybe we should, like... I wish I had a stress ball, like, next to me. I'd be seeing what this would look like. I really like that idea, and I want to do that for this. Yeah, I can get away with doing... Would be right here. Cinnamon Roll says, I have no idea what's going on. I just left for water. Yeah, Fungi is right. Chat shenanigans. Nothing to worry about. Okay, looks better. Maybe that instead? I hope that translates well. I mean, it makes sense to me, but I'm not sure if that's gonna make sense to people that... I think it's gonna depend on what it looks like when it's all cleaned up and colored, so... I mean, once it's colored, it'll probably be easier to you know, understand what that is. Okay, I think we're ready to actually start adding the, line art. So, how's everyone doing? I'm kind of watching what's going on in chat. It's like just your normal stuff. Now, I'd like to do colored line art for this, if possible, but probably do that after. Chaos around here. Well, as long as it's controlled chaos. You know what I mean? Alright, we're gonna use the pen I like using. Is that big enough? Oh, a little bigger than... Yeah, okay. This is Undertale music. It's like every time I try to look up lo-fi versions of Deltarune and Undertale, I seem to find a lot more Undertale than Deltarune, which I think is weird. Whoops. I regenerated into Sands of Papyrus. Okay, hi Sands of Papyrus. Oh, hey, Gaming Bacon. Yeah. I can listen to this kind of music for hours. It's just so chill. Alrighty. I want to just take this moment to say something really quick. As some of you might know, I usually do a art stream every, bi-weekly. I did an art stream last Friday, and I'm doing another one today, this week, because, next Friday I am going to be busy. But, the Friday after that, the 18th, I'm also going to be busy, because for the first time in literally, months, they have me scheduled to work that day. So, there will not be an art stream for the next 2 weeks after this, unfortunately. I want to just announce that now. There'll still be gaming streams on Sunday, but until until I know for a fact that I'll have the next Friday scheduled off on the 25th, I am not gonna have... There's not gonna be an art stream for the next 2 weeks after this. So, hopefully that's only a one-off thing, because I think it's really odd for them to schedule me for a Friday. But yeah, I will make another note of it, but I wanted to let you guys know that now. And we'll see where that goes. So. It sucks, but it is what it is. I like to try to keep the streaming on Fridays and Sundays. I don't want to like switch them around because, you know, people get used to that after a while. When you have a, you know, when you have a regular job and you have to work around it, like, not really much you can do about it. Castar, I remember your art streams. I mean, like I said, hopefully it'll just be a one-time thing. Like, if they start scheduling me for Fridays, I'm gonna have to rearrange my, stream schedule, but we'll see what happens, fingers crossed. Hopefully that won't be what happens. Remember, kids, when you have a regular-ass retail job, you don't have too much say in your hours, so you gotta take what you can get. Alright. Wait and see. You know what? I am glad you guys enjoy these art streams, because I do get really hard on myself with this sort of thing. And I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that I used to do this quote-unquote as a freelance thing. So I tend to really be really hard on myself, but at the same time I don't want to be like immune to criticism. I want to hear people say, hey, you could have done that better. Hey, why don't you try this? Because if you never listen to criticism, then I feel like you can't grow, but you have to like understand which is actual constructive criticism and which is just, your art sucks because I say it sucks. You know what I mean? Hmm. Dun, 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 dun. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I apologize for not talking too much. I'm just really focusing on making sure this looks right. Okay. Up, 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 up. Whoops. like. Doesn't look exactly the way I want it, but I think it's gonna be as close as we can get. Oop, hold on a second. Maybe. Yep, there. I'm not gonna mess with that anymore. I hope whatever's going on in the chat is a joke. Also, anyone who don't know, there's chat rules for the stream in the description of the video of this stream video right now. So take a look at those if you haven't, just so you guys are up to date on what they are. Hmm. Gotta erase that. Sorry, I just took a peek at the chat. Alright. I'm making good time here. Hello, Mega May Shin. Welcome to the stream. Is there a good way to practice things like sketching out a character before doing line art? I mean, you sketch out the character. That's the whole point of sketching. Unless, since it looks like you just got here, let me show you how I got to this point. Because it's not glamorous, that's for damn sure. Like, first I started with this based on a reference image. Wait, there's a reference image. Based on a reference image done by, Kemi, which was this. And then from there, I tried really hard to figure out what the heck I was gonna do. This became this. So it's a process. You start with sketching to get an idea what the character looks like, or what the character looks like, and like what they're excuse me. And you didn't just kind of tighten it up. I mean, maybe one of these days I should actually do an art stream where I try to give like basic art tips. Lord knows I'm not a guru at this, but maybe that would be interesting if I try to give basic art tips. Anyone interested? Get a sketchbook. Yeah! Right there. Thank you, Fungi. You made that so much easier to explain. Shoot, big or is it just me? No, it's just me. Oh, you can't hear the music? Okay, hold on a second. I'm sorry. How's that? Yeah, guys, if the music is too low or loud, or I'm too low or loud, just let me know, okay? Okay, cool. da. Wow, almost done with the ink with the line art. All right. Okay, thank God, Kris's sword is just a simple cartoony sword. I don't know what the handle exactly looks like, but we're just gonna keep it simple. Hide that. I need to start doing like stretches for my wrists or something, because ugh. Actually, I have a wristband somewhere. I should start using that again. Okay. Man, this tune is burned into my memory. Okay, I just need to do the hilt. That's what it's called? The handle? Hilt? Not sure. Oh, I think I hear a baby at the door. Hold on. Muting the mic. My cat's back. Also, hi Foxvo12. Sorry I was late. I was playing Dandy's World. I don't know what that is, but that's okay. It's alright. And I don't expect every one of you guys to make it to every single stream. I understand, you know, life happens. Alright. I think I just need to draw the handle, and line art should be good. Still need to draw Kris's mouth, but that's literally just a line. I don't know exactly what this is supposed to look like, so I'm just... Oh, other than the mouth. I gotta do the mouth, but... that... Alrighty. You know what? Is it just me, or like whenever I see fan artists do artwork of Kris and they do anything other than Foxvo12. I have Streamlabs set to where if you try posting something with Zalgo text, it doesn't yeah. I actually made it so you can't do that. Did they just disappear? Yeah, because Zalgo text, that's like a type of spam, like spamming that I didn't want, so I just set it to where you can't do that. Zalgo text is like this really messed up looking text from like some kind of creepypasta back in the day. Like you can barely read it. Also, Foxvo, oh, there you are. Welcome back, Foxvo. I'm sorry, but no, yeah, I do have certain settings where there's certain things you can't post. Just so you know. But yeah. So that's not your fault. You didn't know that. I think we are good for color now. Okay, let's... Oops. Hide that. Alright, and thankfully, Kris's colors are pretty good. So, Kris art looks very scrumptious, Kestar. Thank you. And this shouldn't take too long because Kris's colors are actually, pretty simple. Also, I really like their color scheme. Let's just do that. Start with as an undercolor. Dancer Papyrus says, I hope Castar doesn't notice the bite marks I took from her art. Well, I do like to draw stuff with really pretty colors that look like candy, if that's what you're saying. Alright. I want to, like, color the line art here, but I think I'll wait till after I put down the other color. Oops, I didn't mean to... Okay. That. There we go. His hair is like a really, really, really deep blue. It almost looks black. What that's gonna look like. Oops, just a few spots. Look, I can see it clearer on my other monitor, but on my tablet monitor, wow, that almost looks just pitch black. There. Close gap. Area scaling? 5, yeah. Alrighty. Looks like the pants question mark? Same color. I might have made their scarf or whatever this thing is around on their shoulder a little too big compared to what I'm seeing in the reference, but I'm not gonna let that bother me. Gloves. Oops. Boop, boop. Cotton candy color Kris. But for real though, that's what their colors remind me of. It reminds me of cotton candy. I'm going exactly by I'm going by the colors of the Temmie art. So anything? And let's see. Color sword. I do find it interesting, like, for Kris and Susie, when they enter the Dark World, their colors become almost... like, candy is one way to put it, but to me it's, like, whimsical, dreamlike, just, like, I don't know. I don't know what to put it. Maybe it's because I'm biased towards colors like that. That might be it. Jolly Rancher sword! I like that. That tickled me. Jolly Rancher sword. Good one, Fungi. But no, like, the colors are very, so, hang on, let me, like, sample every one of these colors and look at something here. Let's see. Again. So you have a very, very, like, fluorescent sort of magenta scarf. The blue skin is, like, also around the same, like, oh, what's the word I'm looking for? It's on the tip of my tongue. Cinnamon Roll says my cat says hi. Hi, Cinnamon Roll's cat. Santa Papyrus says, like your star thingy, it kind of dream colors. Yes, yeah, that's what I mean. The reason I like these colors is because it's the same type of palette that I like. The, high saturation, like really bright colors. And I'm getting the same vibe with, like, the colors for, Kris and Susie's Dark World design. Catstar, put your cat on the mic. Oh, he's sleeping right now on the floor. I don't want to bug him. Also, he's not very vocal when he... Like, if I want him to be vocal, he won't be vocal. Okay, the hearts. The heart is just a regular red color, so... I'm just gonna pick that myself. Doom? Ready? Alright. I'm gonna go with the Patience. Patience Soul? What do you mean? Does it not look red on that screen? Red on... Then again, the colors on my screens are a little different. Gaming Bacon, please refrain from talking about anything political, please. Yeah, it does kind of look kind of orange on that end, doesn't it? Yeah, it does look orange, you're right. Hold on a second, I'm gonna look for, the Deltarune, like, Deltarune / Undertale heart, and sample from there. See, I'm pretty sure I have an image of it somewhere. No, it's a GIF. Alright, I gotta look it up online then. 1 second. That there. Right, close that out. And up. That's the color. Oh wow. Yeah, that is a very, very red. Okay, let's try that again. There. That is very red. Thanks for pointing that out, because again, it didn't look like the right kind of red on my screen. Alright. Now I hear the other cat at my door. Hold on. have both cats in my room. The hex code is FF00. Yeah, it's just straight red. Okay. Hey! The cat just jumped up on my desk. It looks like gray-scaled. Maybe let's try this. I want to add some, like, a little bit of shading or depth or something. Try adding some color to the lines. Really see it that well on my screen, but and again, like, I'm using just flat colors, so color all the lines. I don't want to keep them all black. Right. Foxfo says, I hate that whenever I go on wikis, my iPad starts to lag badly. I think I just might stick to Wikipedia even though it's not about Yes, actually, Foxfo, do that because the reason it lags so badly is because those wikis that are all about the fandoms, they're loaded with ads. That's why it slows down so badly. I mean, like, the Wikipedia is run, like, by, I believe Wikipedia is run by donations, but those type of wiki fan sites, they get their money through ads. That's why it slows your computer or your tablet down so badly. Shelby, you just came in here. Give me a second, I'll let you out in a second. I wish I could just keep my door closed when I'm doing streams and not let my cats in, but then they make such a ruckus. They don't like it at all when I close the door. Not to mention that there's now a litter box in here too, so like I have to go in to use the litter box, let me in. I'm not sure if this shows up very well on the stream. Okay. Go on. Go on. Go on. Okay. Excuse me. Is the cat's name Zelda? No, okay. I currently live with my parents, and I have my own cat named, Seymour. and they have 3 cats. So one of them named is Shelby, and she loves to come in and bug me all the time. And the other 2 cats, they go outside a lot, so they never come into this room. While I'm still working on this, because I think I'm almost done with this. I've been trying to look at other games to play for when I'm finally done playing Deltarune, which, by the way, I will be doing my, I'll be finally finishing Deltarune Chapter 4 on Sunday. That's the plan. So, I'll have to probably make another, like, poll or list or something of games that I have bought already that I can start playing after I'm done with Deltarune, because I feel like that Deltarune has been, like, the main focus for so long. I'm like, oh, damn, I gotta, like, figure out what the heck I'm gonna do after this. Roblox is free and it has like 4 billion games. I know, but I feel like the only games I'd be interested in is Pressure and Doors, and that's it. You know what I mean? Plus, I have this problem of where there's all these games I'd love to try, but I don't have the money or the time to do it. That's why, like, the only time I buy any games on Steam is if they're on sale, you know, for one. But I try not to buy too many at once, even if I can afford it, because it's like, they're just gonna sit in my Steam library for, you know, till the end of time. I won't lie, I thought this was a Deltarune channel! I mean, with the amount of Deltarune we've had for the past month, yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not just a Delta. But then again, you shouldn't really focus on just one thing for like a YouTube channel anyway. You should try to, you know, try other things. Like if your main thing in a YouTube channel is playing video games, then try playing different games. Don't just stick to one game. And then if you come up with any other ideas, try them out and see if they work. You won't know until you try. There's some things I wish I could do for this channel, but I just am not equipped to do them. What do you want, buddy? You need to go out too? Been in here for a while. Color. Ready? Go back out. Hold on, muting my mic. Right, I'm back. Alright. This one. Okay. All right. Holy crap, finally some Deltarune music! I thought the music was an ice cream truck for a second. Alright. Okay, how do I want to wash brush? I noticed like with artwork with Kris, because you don't see their eyes 90% of the time, they're like shadowed, and in their Dark World form, that color, the color of that oh, that's not right, damn. Like the color of that shadow is almost like a deep purple. Like this. Overdo the shading. Careful with it. Yeah, it's interesting because I'm looking at this reference art, and where the shadow where the eyes are is a completely different shadow color than the rest of the skin. That's interesting. That might just be a style thing, but okay. Hello? Nobody. Hi, just got here, and the art looks really good. Thank you. I mean, I'm almost done, but I am pretty happy with how it turned out. This color's a little too in tone. Let's go. A little bit. Sample that color. Yeah, we're just gonna. Oh. Oh, thank you. Who just donated? Hold on. I don't see your name, but, whoever you are, thank you for the $5. I don't know why your name didn't go through, but, whoever you are, thank you so much. It was A. Yeah, it just says A, but I don't know who that is. But thank you. It was Caster. It was the knife. Yeah, that works. Okay. I'm not gonna add any shadow to the hair because it's so dark. I don't think it would even come. Maybe a little bit of highlights, but that's about it. I'm gonna head out. All right. See you later, gaming bacon. I am almost done, by the way. So. Yeah, I did. The wrong layer. That's why the color didn't look right. Alright. The hair is gonna get darker yet darker. Yeah, exactly. I'm not gonna add, that's why I'm not gonna add shadow, but I'll add a little bit of highlights. Because, I mean, same thing with the pants. The pants are the same color as their hair. It's not black either, it's like a really, really deep blue. It's close to black, but yeah. Whoops. Let's see. Shoot, what was that color? Was it this one? Yeah. Oh, yeah, I did it again. I have to be really careful not to paint on the wrong layer. Word. Oops.
Hey, kid. Want to see a magic trick?
Oops. There.
First, hold out your saw. Good. Now, hold still.
What song is this? These are like lo-fi remixes. This one, I think... Is this? I think it's a lo-fi remix of, that Rain song. It's Raining Somewhere Else? That looks really dark. Like, dark. Oh, that'll work. Oh. More like a gray color. That. There we go. Oh, the scarf. Jeez. Almost completely forgot about that. Oh, that doesn't look right on my screen. How about... Oh. Ow. Yeah, it looks really muted on the other screen. No, that's not gonna work. What if, let me try this. There we go. That's more indistinguishable. Okay, I think we're ready to add a little bit of highlights to this. Whoops. That's not what I want. That doesn't work either. Okay, so... I don't know what's going on in chat, I'm just fully focused on this. Too much. I like the color, but I don't like... Maybe I should just do, like, really light. Hello, Roaring Knight. Interesting font you got going on there. It took me a second to see what that said. Jeez. Wait, oh, I did it again. That doesn't look right, damn. Think too much about that. Why is this happening? Oh no. Cat Star, it's a Birdly in chat. That's funny. And that's probably not how armor works, but oh, hold on a second. Sorry about that. Yeah, by the way, this is not how armor works. I'm just literally going by the seat of my pants here, so. Excuse me. Yeah, Fungi's right. For anyone who's just came in, this is gonna be, there's not gonna be an art stream for the next 2 weeks due to scheduling issues, but I'll let you guys know when the next one will be, happening as soon as I can. Yeah, I definitely didn't think about, like, the shine on the armor and stuff. Alright. Bro has scheduling issues? Unfortunately, yes. I'm almost there. My hand is numb, but I'm almost there. Sword. I can't end like this, guest star. Stay determined. Thank you, Funky. I am serious though. I'm kind of like winging it with the like shading and stuff, but oh well. Okay. Did I add a little? I'm not gonna add any shading or I'm not gonna add any like highlights to the pants because I imagine the pants are probably like a type of material that doesn't reflect. But the hair, obviously, I could see the hair reflecting a little bit. Right. And what is this music? Hold on. This doesn't sound. No, apparently this is something from Deltarune or Undertale. Okay, I don't recognize it. Is this a fan game song? I don't know. I'm currently playing a video with, it's Death by Glamour? You're right, it is. Okay. Alright. That's too much. Yeah, I didn't even recognize it at first, but... I'm not sure if I like that for the scarf. Oh my gosh, this old-timey tune. Okay, I think Alright. What color is that without the filter? This. I think I'm done. Hold on. What do you guys think? I'm not gonna do anything else with the heart because I feel like because it's such a bright red, it really stands out. The heart is the same red as it is in Deltarune. That's what I went with. I'm assuming it's gotta be the same shade of red. But what do you guys think? I think we're done. I'm pretty happy with it. Especially considering that I didn't plan, like, a pose like usual, so I would call this a win. Thank you. But yeah, I am going to call it. And like I said, this is going to be... I don't know when the next art stream is going to be. Point7 says, I want to eat it. Thank you. What about a red shine for the eye? Oh, let me see what that looks like. Hang on. Let's see if that... something I can just throw in there. Well, that one maybe. Same color as the heart. Actually, never mind. Well, I'm just gonna put on a separate layer and just see what, like... Nah, we're not gonna do that. It was a decent suggestion, though. But I feel like it takes away from the fact that they're holding the soul, and the soul is such a bright red color. Try the other eye. No, I think this is good, because again, I mean, think about the colors. You got, like, the color scheme is, like, very, pastel-y, candy-like, and then you have the heart, it just sticks out because it's so red, and I feel like that's pretty striking. So I think we're good. But yeah, like I said, the next art stream, I don't know when it's gonna be because I have some, scheduling issues, but as soon as I know what it's gonna be, I'll let you guys know. And this Sunday I'm going to finally finish Deltarune Chapter 4. That is such a long chapter, oh my god. But either way, thank you all so much for coming today. I hope you guys have an awesome day, and I will see you soon. Bye!